Good morning. I am in the Destin Harbor, and today I'm going to check out some more boats. The plan is to check out some of the boats in the canals. There are 3 canals here coming right off of the Destin Harbor, so I'm going to go down those canals. They're on the south side, see what we can find. If you're into boats, you're in the right place. Let's go. All right, guys, welcome back. I'm making my way into the second section of canals here in the Destin Harbor. This is a much larger one than the last section I went to. If you missed that video, go check it out. We're going to start with a Bentley pontoon boat, 225 horsepower, old Optimax. Those things don't have the best reputation around here, but that one's still on the water. Got us a covered pontoon boat. There's stuff jumping all over. I don't know if you can see that. All right, beautiful tide water. I like that a lot. Smaller Stingray ski boat. It's like a bow rider. Crown line with an outboard. Sea-Doo. Got a couple empty lifts here. Tri-tune. Must be some dolphins or something back here. They are scaring these mullet. They're jumping everywhere. A chaparral bow rider, it looks like. Look at this piece of property here. Man, that would suffice. I could work with it. Wouldn't want to have to clean it or pay the property taxes on it. Anyways, we got us a wave runner, followed up by a pontoon boat. This ride's for sale. The Baby Duck, Little Sea Pro. There's a phone number if you're interested. We got the old Sea Hunt game fish. That one looks like probably a 25. They're sweet boats. Got a Pursuit Express style. Really nice offshore boat. Century 22 with a 225 horsepower older Yamaha 4-stroke. Nice boat though. Up on a Grady White. That one's registered in Alabama. Pretty sweet dual console. Those Grady's are good boats. Got a bracket and a single 150 horsepower Yamaha. Tahoe ski boat. Looks like these folks been doing some fishing. Got their fishing rods in there. Pontoon boat. Look at this thing. A Regal triple 300 Yamaha outboards. Man, that's a nice boat right there. Beautiful boat. And a work boat of some sort. Looks like they're working on the dock. Nice center console tucked up in there, the Yamaha 300. A little Mako similar to the boat I'm on. The Sportsman is nice. That's a cool old boat right there. I like that. got us a big old World Cat. A sweet fishing rig. Yamaha jet boat. An AR250. Pretty sweet dual console in there. Another catamaran, another World Cat. Not as big as that last one, but certainly a nice boat. Has a Robalo center console, the old R242, pair of 200s behind it. This looks like a Cape Horn, this yellow boat. Love those things. I think it says 26. I like that. Little whaler, another classic little ride. How can you not like that? And a blackfin, sweet boat. Such a good looking boat. Pair of 425s. Look at that camoed out rig. That's pretty sweet right there. Little duck boat. Probably can't even see it. Camoed out so good. Another World Cat. Pontoon boat. Trying not to run somebody's little buoy over here. Probably a mooring buoy. And we just got some random center consoles hanging out here. Guess they're all just for that property. Looks like some townhouses. Like everybody's got a boat though. That's pretty sweet. Alright, we're in the very back of the first canal. And this property that the camera's pointed at right now is Holiday Isle. It's Gulf Shore Drive here in Destin. I've got a rib there. That thing is sweet. Nice center console with a pair of 425s. Let's see what it is. It's an Everglades. I love those things. Smaller pontoon with a Yamaha 90. Crown line with a 250 horse outboard. We got liquid luxury here. That's a decent way to get around. A go fast boat tucked up in here. Liquid chaos. Those prop blades look like they'd cut your daggone hand off. I mean, any prop blade would, but those just look particularly sharp. A nice Bennington tri-tune. It's a cool older fishing boat here. No idea what kind of hull that is, but it's a cool boat. Ton of cockpit space back there for fishing. Could easily make that a commercial fishing boat. I mean, it might be. That's sweet. Be a great bait boat. All right, got a little bit of empty property here. It's a nice dock, just no boats on it. It's a really nice property back here. There are no houses back here that I wouldn't love to have. I mean, just the location alone would be sick. You're right down here on this water, and these houses are built like, I mean, obviously you see that right up on the water. It's like there's no setback at all. And it's about, you can get a big boat down here. We're at about 8.5 feet of depth. You only see lifts like this in these canals. Most of the docks we have around here are, you actually have lifts that are more like what that Grady White right there is in, where they're kind of suspended from big supports. All right, the old Chanty sailboat, nice Grady White. Looks like it's been repowered somewhat recently. I mean, that may be a newer Grady. Yeah, it's probably a newer Grady. A 300 horse Yamaha's, a pair of them behind it. This one's definitely an older Grady, but still a nice one. Old dual console ski boat. You definitely don't see that setup around here very often. Probably see that a lot more on lakes, freshwater situations. All right, nice little boat. And this ride right here, man, that is where it's at. Who doesn't love that? The old yellowfin. Goodness, I love that whole design. Looks like it's got probably triple 400s. I can't see from here, but they are probably 400s. That is like the ultimate fishing machine for the Gulf. Another one of my favorite little boats. I really like little boats. These little whalers are so cool. I mean, they can go anywhere. They are just a good time. An express style boat here. Another sweet fishing setup. Custom. Another pretty cool boat. Little Sea Pro Bay boat. Bimini top on it, Suzuki outboard. Great little fishing boat. Pontoon boat with a Yamaha 300 behind it here in this lip. That's a nice pontoon boat. Nice big old sport fish next to it. Well, you got the best of both worlds. At that, I'd assume those both belong to the same person. Gorgeous boats. Not a bad little house either. I really like the color of this boat here. Station way up top. They're building a new house here. Almost to the back of the first finger of this canal. Yeah, that's a nice Grady White dual console. A lot of Grady Whites here in the harbor. I can see why. They are really good boats. Couple more center consoles back here. The Key West, the 115 horsepower Yamaha, and a Sea Hunt Game Fish 27 with a pair of 250s. It's a really nice boat. Turned around back here, pretty tight spot. Slip for a big boat in there. A pontoon boat. Like a Nautic Star, 200 horsepower Yamaha outboard. Looks like that piece of property is for sale. There's a phone number if you're interested. If you want to invite me over to hang out, I'd certainly be interested in doing that. Nice express style fishing boat. Like, this is pretty sweet right here. It's only a couple of jet skis, but how about that for a setup up under your house? I mean, that is really cool. Keep your boats good and protected. Old Carolina skiff. Who doesn't love a Carolina skiff? Alright, big old black center console tucked up in here, right in front of this big sport fish, which is a gorgeous boat. It's a catamaran. It's got bow thrusters on it, that black boat there. I'm assuming it's either an Invincible or a Freeman. I don't know which one it is, but it is a gorgeous boat. And is this? I love these sport fish boats. Wouldn't want to have to put fuel in one. Got that infrared. Look like daytime when you're running at night. It's a big old Viking. Look at that thing. The best trade out of Orange Beach, Alabama. Just a beautiful boat. A nice boat right behind it. Pretty good size. I don't know what make that one is. This one looks like a Cape Horn. You can tell. Looks like a Tohatsu outboard. Yeah, that's a Cape Horn 21. Pontoon boat. A nice bay boat in there. 300 horsepower Suzuki. Alright. Not a bad way to live back here, folks. Couple of boat lifts. That's the more traditional lift that we see, kind of what I was talking about. Only in these canals do you see the ones that are kind of on the hip like that. The one that little Grady's on that we looked at a minute ago. You only see those back here. Everywhere else it's the lifts like these. This is a really cool little boathouse we're coming up on. I just love those covered ones like that. That's just really neat. That'd be an awesome place to keep your boat. Alright, not a bad piece of property here either. The pontoon boat behind it. Got a little jet ski in there. Some Bulldogs fans got their cornhole boards. Alright, little jet ski. Nothing to it. Seems like it'd be hard to keep grass that nice with all this. I mean, you're right on this salt water. I mean, just on the other side here is the Gulf. Just that one little barrier island between you and the Gulf. It's not very big at all. I got us a wakeboard boat. Don't see a whole lot of that around here. Well, you see them, but usually they're trailered in from like freshwater areas. This one looks like it's probably a resident boat though. The old Supra. Launch 22 SSV. They got on them speakers too. You're gonna hear them. You're gonna hear their music from 100 miles away. A couple of jet skis beached. Little bait fish. Real little bait fish. Crest Pond, well, tri-tune boat. That Joker's got headlights on it. They mean business right there. I'm assuming these people have kids where they're into some really weird stuff. Sea-Doo. I think that they need to start making the fuel capacity in those greater. At least I'm assuming that, because it seems like every one of them that I see on the water, I don't know if people just have fuel anxiety or what, but every single one of them, it seems like I see out on the water, has a spare fuel tank with it. So you'd think the manufacturers would pick up on that and give them a little more range, put a bigger fuel tank in them. I don't know, maybe there's a reason they don't, but we got the Quit Ya Bitchin'. That's a pretty cool ride there, old lures. But yeah, anyways, you tend to see a ton of external fuel tanks on these Sea-Doos, jet skis, wave runners, whatever, all that. the little murder hornets, as I don't so affectionately refer to them. Another thing about those is, I mean, I'm sure they're fun to ride and I'm not hating on anybody, but I don't know if every boat I've ever been on is just an absolute magnet for them, but they all tend to want to get just absolutely as close as they possibly can to my boat. I have nobody around me for half a mile, and a jet ski will buzz me 6 inches. And it'll be while I'm fishing. I do not understand that at all. I mean, I get it, you're cool and all, but come on. I don't understand. Let me know in the comments if you've had that same experience. Oh, we got us a nice little tide water. I say little, it's not a little boat. Pair of 150 Yamahas. There's triple Optimaxes. Can't tell what that hole is, but that's a nice boat. Double step hole. A fountain, probably. Yeah, it's a fountain. Really pretty boat. Really nice boat lift right in here. That looks like I can support a heavy boat. Alright. And we got us a little jet ski. So I'm going to wrap this video up right here. I'm going to go down this next section of the canal in the next video. But anyways, if you liked the video, hit the thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this, definitely subscribe to the channel. Plenty more of it already. A lot more of it coming. I will see you next time.